States all over the U.S. have enacted abortion laws that restrict a person's ability to terminate a pregnancy. The Texas Heartbeat Act has been widely discussed as one of the most strict laws regarding abortion to pass in recent years. This bill basically bans abortions after the detection of a heartbeat in the fetus, which typically occurs around 6 weeks into the pregnancy. It allows people to bring civil action upon anyone who facilitates an abortion. Facilitation can be anything from the doctor who performs it or encourages it to anyone who financially supports it, including insurance companies. And then civil action is a person can sue for a minimum of $10,000 plus any legal fees they incur, and this is per abortion. The act goes on to say that a person can be held legally responsible for facilitating an abortion after the 6 week mark, even if they did it unknowingly. This bill goes against deontological values because the pregnant person is being used as a means to create the child rather than an end to themselves. The purpose of this bill is to reduce the amount of abortions performed in Texas. Stakeholders for this bill could be anyone who is pregnant or could become pregnant. Families could struggle if they're not prepared to take care of a child. Businesses could struggle if their employees have to find childcare or stay home with their children. And then, especially doctors and medical institutions would struggle with this. Someone who might support this is someone in the Texas Republican Party. Every Republican lawmaker in Texas voted in support of this bill. And then those who are pro-life would also support it because many of them believe that terminating a pregnancy should be illegal. Someone who might oppose this is someone in the Texas Democratic Party. 12 Democrats voted against this bill as opposed to just one that voted for it. And then those who do not want to be pregnant. Anyone who does not want to be pregnant or have a child would likely oppose this bill because it directly impacts their bodily autonomy. The current status of the bill is that it was passed in May of 2021 by Governor Greg Abbott and was put into effect September 1st of the same year. Arguments in favor of this policy include religion. One of the major pro-life arguments is that abortion is not supported by certain religions. Protecting life is also another argument in favor of the policy. It's a belief that life should be protected at all stages of development, and that includes the gestational period. And the autonomy of the fetus is also taken into consideration. Many people believe that because the fetus will eventually become a person, it deserves to be treated as such. Arguments in opposition of the policy also include autonomy, but the autonomy of the person carrying the pregnancy is considered here. And then health and safety, the bill bans abortions after a heartbeat is detected, even in cases where it may be dangerous to carry the pregnancy to term. And legality is also considered. Many people will say that the bill is unconstitutional and should not have been allowed by the Supreme Court to pass. Financial backers include politicians. There are a number of senators and representatives that financially supported the bill. Businesses, companies like AT&T, Comcast, Chevron, they donated large amounts of money to politicians who supported this bill. And then a major one is lobbyists. Groups such as Right to Life have donated a lot of money towards this bill and others similar to it. It is important to remember that while this is the strictest bill that has passed in recent years, there are many more bills being introduced in the US that can also cause a lot of harm. In 2022 alone, there have been 33 restrictions on abortions enacted in just 9 states. If someone's interested in learning about bills like these, there are some really good resources such as Planned Parenthood, Amnesty International, and FindLaw. They will all tell you about these bills and what can be done. Actions you can take is contacting lawmakers, voting for politicians who support bodily autonomy, and then finding local groups that are interested in the same policies as you.